In this video, we will tell you about 10 countries whose bananas could pose a serious threat to your health. We'll start with cases where the risks are minimal and work our way to the most alarming examples, where beneath the familiar peel lurk toxic substances, pesticides, heavy metals, and dangerous bacteria. You'll discover how the uncontrolled use of chemical fertilizers, contaminated water, and fungicides can turn this beloved fruit into a source of severe and even incurable diseases. Each point in our list is backed by research, statistics, and real medical cases to help you grasp the severity of the issue. We will also share practical advice on how to choose safe bananas and avoid products that could harm your health and the health of your family. Watch the video to the end to learn how to protect yourself from this hidden danger and make informed choices. If you have thoughts about the list or believe that a certain point needs to be reconsidered, share your arguments in the comments. We're ready to revise the order of countries on our list with your input to make it even more accurate and helpful. This video is going to be incredibly informative and helpful. If you want to take control of your health like a pro, give it a like, and let's get started. 10th place on our list. Never buy bananas from Honduras without the thorough precautions we will discuss further. Honduras, with its lush tropical landscapes and ideal climate for banana cultivation, might seem like a flawless supplier of this beloved fruit. However, behind the vibrant greenery of its plantations lie alarming realities. Approximately 12% of banana fields in this country are treated with carbofuran, a pesticide banned in many countries due to its high toxicity. While carbofuran is effective against pests, it poses a serious threat to human health. According to a study by the University of Minnesota, even small amounts of carbofuran that may remain on the surface of bananas can have harmful effects on the central nervous system. Regular consumption of such bananas can lead to reduced cognitive function, memory impairments, and headaches. This is particularly dangerous for children whose nervous systems are still developing. Data from the American Neurotoxicology Association indicates that prolonged exposure to carbofuran increases the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's, by 15%. The story of an American patient from San Diego underscores the danger. A 50-year-old man, fond of tropical fruits including bananas from Honduras, visited his doctor complaining of extreme fatigue, dizziness, and confusion. Tests revealed high levels of carbofuran metabolites in his system. It took several months of detoxification and specialized therapy to restore his brain function. So how can you avoid this risk? First and foremost, always wash bananas thoroughly with warm water, even if you don't plan to eat the peel. This reduces the likelihood of pesticide residue entering your body. Look for bananas labeled as organic, as certified farms in Honduras follow stricter standards that exclude the use of carbofuran. Supporting such producers not only protects your health, but also promotes environmentally responsible farming practices. And, as surprising as it may sound, Honduran bananas are the safest among the riskiest options in today's ranking. Now let's continue. 9th place. Never buy bananas from Cambodia. Cambodia, a country adorned with emerald forests and a rich tropical climate, may seem like the perfect location for cultivating sweet and fragrant bananas. However, behind this charming facade lies a problem that is far more serious than it appears. Cambodian farmers, striving to protect their plantations from pests, often resort to using diazinon, a pesticide banned in several countries due to its toxicity and long-term effects on human health. According to a study by the American Society of Agricultural Toxicology, around 20% of bananas from Cambodia contain traces of diazinon. This chemical is notorious for its impact on the nervous system. Even small doses can cause headaches, nausea, and temporary vision disturbances. The risk is especially high for individuals with weakened immune systems or chronic illnesses. Prolonged consumption of bananas with diazinon residues increases the risk of neurological disorders by 13% and can also lead to memory issues and reduced concentration levels. An alarming case was documented at a medical center in San Francisco. A 30-year-old woman sought medical help for chronic migraines, loss of appetite, and occasional dizziness. After a series of tests and a detailed review of her diet, it was revealed that she regularly consumed bananas from Cambodia, purchased at a farmer's market. Traces of diazinon were found in her blood, and toxicologists confirmed that this chemical was the culprit behind her symptoms. Her treatment involved completely eliminating bananas from her diet and undergoing therapy to restore her nervous system's function. How can you avoid such risks? Choose organic bananas with certifications verifying that no toxic pesticides were used during cultivation. If you notice suspicious symptoms, such as headaches or vision disturbances after consuming fruit, seek medical attention immediately and share details about your diet. 8th place. Never buy bananas from Vietnam. Vietnam, with its emerald rice fields and alluring tropical forests, may seem like a paradise on Earth. However, even in this oasis, hidden dangers lurk, especially when it comes to bananas. Contaminated water sources used for irrigation create an invisible trap, infusing the fruits with heavy metals like cadmium. This toxic element, which seeps into the soil and plants, poses a real threat to human health. According to a study conducted by the U.S. Institute of Food Toxicology, approximately 18% of bananas imported from Vietnam contain cadmium residues. This metal is notorious for its ability to accumulate in the kidneys, gradually impairing their function. Regular consumption of such bananas can lead to chronic kidney failure, increasing the risk by 25% for individuals prone to urinary system disorders. Moreover, cadmium suppresses calcium metabolism, which can weaken bones and even lead to osteoporosis. At a clinic in Houston, doctors encountered an unusual case. A 52-year-old man suffering from severe fatigue and lower back pain struggled to find the cause of his condition. Tests revealed elevated levels of cadmium in his system. It turned out that he had a preference for Vietnamese bananas, which he found particularly flavorful. His treatment involved a strict detoxification regimen and a diet rich in antioxidants. While his condition improved, the effects of cadmium poisoning left lasting marks on his health. To avoid similar situations, carefully select the products you buy. Pay close attention to quality certifications and the country of origin. 7th place. Never buy bananas from India. India, a land of vibrant colors and rich aromas, is a country where fruits play an integral role in both culture and export. Indian bananas are renowned for their sweet flavor and intense aroma. Yet, behind these appealing traits lies a hidden danger that makes them potentially harmful to health. To speed up the ripening process, Indian farmers often use calcium carbide, a chemical banned in several countries due to its toxicity. Calcium carbide reacts with moisture to release acetylene gas, which accelerates fruit ripening. However, this process comes with significant risks. Acetylene residues can accumulate in the banana's flesh, rendering them hazardous for consumption. A study conducted by the American Association of Food Toxicologists revealed that approximately 30% of bananas from India contain traces of this chemical. Consuming such fruits can lead to severe gastrointestinal issues, including diarrhea, bloating, and abdominal pain. Prolonged exposure, particularly in individuals with pre-existing gastrointestinal conditions, may result in chronic inflammation of the stomach lining and an increased risk of peptic ulcers. A case from a New York clinic in 2021 underscores these dangers. A 39-year-old man presented with persistent bloating, heartburn, and loss of appetite. His habit of buying imported bananas, specifically those originating from India, led to acetylene accumulation in his body. After a thorough examination, doctors discovered significant inflammation of his stomach lining. It took over 2 months of dietary therapy and treatment for the patient to fully recover. To avoid such risks, carefully select your fruits. If the packaging indicates that the bananas are sourced from India, prioritize products with organic certification from reputable organizations like globalg.ap or USDA Organic. 6th place. Never buy bananas from Panama. Panama, a country of tropical jungles and vast green plantations, is celebrated for its bananas, which boast a vibrant yellow peel that tempts consumers wide. However, behind this appealing facade lies a troubling reality. Many farmers in Panama rely on mancozeb, a powerful fungicide that protects crops from fungal infections, but poses serious risks to human health. While officially banned in several European countries, this chemical remains widely used across Central America. A study conducted by the American Institute of Agri-Toxicology revealed that residues of mancozeb are present in approximately 25% of bananas grown in Panama. This substance contains manganese and ethylene diamine compounds, which, with prolonged exposure, disrupt the endocrine system by impairing thyroid hormone production. Consuming such bananas is particularly dangerous for pregnant women, children, and individuals with pre-existing hormonal disorders. Chronic exposure to mancozeb has also been linked to a mild carcinogenic effect, increasing the risk of developing cancer. In 2022, doctors at a Los Angeles clinic encountered an unusual case. A 50-year-old woman with a history of hypothyroidism reported a sudden deterioration in her health, including chronic fatigue, significant hair loss, and metabolic issues. After extensive testing, it was discovered that her body contained residues of mancozeb, which she had been exposed to through the regular consumption of imported bananas from Panama. Her treatment involved detoxifying her body, adjusting her diet, and undergoing prolonged hormone therapy. To protect yourself from such risks, it is essential to be mindful when selecting bananas. If you notice that the product originates from Panama, pay close attention to labeling. Bananas bearing organic certifications such as Global GAP or USDA Organic are significantly safer choices. 5th place. Never buy bananas from the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is celebrated for its stunning tropical landscapes and exquisite fruits that captivate buyers with their vibrant colors and enticing aromas. However, beneath this charm lies a hidden danger. Many banana plantations in the country are treated with the toxic chemical paraquat. This herbicide is commonly used to control weeds, but poses severe risks to human health. A study conducted by the American Institute of Toxicology and Environmental Studies revealed that up to 22% of bananas from the Dominican Republic contain traces of paraquat. This chemical has been directly linked to the development of neurological diseases, such as Parkinson's disease. When paraquat enters the body through the skin or food, it can damage nerve cells, leading to symptoms such as tremors, impaired coordination, and even complete loss of mobility. Older adults whose nervous systems are already vulnerable to age-related changes are particularly at risk. American doctors are increasingly dealing with cases linked to paraquat-contaminated products. One striking example occurred in Miami in 2023 when a 65-year-old man sought medical attention for weakness in his arms and legs, balance issues, and chronic headaches. Tests showed a significant accumulation of paraquat in his body. The patient admitted to consuming bananas from the Dominican Republic almost daily, believing them to be a healthy choice. His treatment involved long-term antioxidant therapy and vitamin supplements to support his nervous system, but some of the damage proved irreversible. To safeguard your health and that of your family, always opt for organic bananas with certifications like USDA Organic or Global GAP. These labels ensure that the produce has been grown without the use of harmful chemicals. Making informed choices not only protects you, but also supports sustainable farming practices worldwide. 4th place. Never buy bananas from Costa Rica. Costa Rica, renowned for its lush rainforests and exotic fruits, might seem like a paradise for health-conscious consumers. However, behind its picturesque landscapes and promises of quality lies a hidden danger. The country's banana plantations are heavily treated with chemicals, including methyl bromide, a fumigant used to eliminate pests but with harmful consequences for human health. According to the American Institute for Environmental Protection, approximately 15% of bananas from Costa Rica contain residues of methyl bromide. This highly toxic chemical infiltrates the fruit through the soil and can cause significant damage to lung tissue with prolonged exposure. Consistent contact with products treated with methyl bromide increases the risk of chronic respiratory diseases such as bronchitis and asthma, and it raises the likelihood of developing lung cancer. For individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as allergies or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, the risk of severe complications is significantly heightened. A case from American medical practice highlights the alarming consequences of consuming such bananas. In 2022, a 40-year-old woman in Houston, who had no prior history of lung disease, visited a doctor complaining of a persistent cough, breathing difficulties, and fatigue. Tests revealed a substantial accumulation of methyl bromide residues in her system. The patient disclosed that she had been consuming bananas imported from Costa Rica for over a year, believing them to be a safe source of vitamins and minerals. Her treatment required extensive therapy and the complete elimination of any potentially harmful foods from her diet. The solution to this issue lies in a careful and informed approach to selecting produce. When purchasing bananas, prioritize those with certifications ensuring their ecological safety. Labels like Global G.AP or USDA Organic indicate that the fruit was cultivated without the use of hazardous chemicals, safeguarding both your health and the environment. Third place. Never buy bananas from Colombia. Colombia, with its breathtaking landscapes and fertile lands, has long been recognized as a major exporter of bananas. However, behind the picturesque plantations and promises of exotic flavor lies a concerning reality. Colombian farmers aiming to boost yields and combat plant diseases extensively use thiophanate methyl, a powerful chemical that poses significant risks to human health. This systemic fungicide penetrates plant tissues and remains in the fruit. Research conducted by the American Institute of Toxicology revealed that approximately 25% of bananas from Colombia contain residues of thiophanate methyl. This chemical has a destructive impact on the liver and kidneys, especially in individuals with weakened immune systems. It can lead to the gradual buildup of toxins in the body, resulting in chronic conditions such as liver cirrhosis or chronic kidney failure. Pregnant women and children face even greater risks due to their heightened vulnerability to such chemicals. A case in Los Angeles in 2021 served as a stark warning for healthcare professionals. A 52-year-old man who had followed a diet heavily reliant on bananas as his primary source of potassium was hospitalized with severe pain in his right side, nausea, and fatigue. Tests revealed significant liver damage, and further analysis detected high levels of thiophanate methyl in his system. The patient admitted to regularly consuming bananas imported from Colombia for over a year. His treatment required extensive detoxification and prolonged liver rehabilitation therapy. Addressing this issue requires a careful and informed approach to food selection. When purchasing bananas, look for certifications such as Global G.AP or USDA Organic, which ensure minimal use of harmful chemicals. Consider sourcing bananas from countries with stricter environmental standards, which we will discuss shortly. Second place. Never buy bananas from Guatemala. Guatemala, with its picturesque tropical landscapes and sprawling plantations, has earned a reputation as a major banana exporter. However, hidden beneath the appealing peel of these sunny fruits lies an insidious danger. In their quest to maintain high crop yields, farmers widely use chlorpyrifos, a powerful insecticide often deemed one of the most hazardous to human health. This neurotoxin infiltrates plant tissues and accumulates in the fruit, making it particularly perilous for consumers. Research by the American Toxicology Association revealed that approximately 30% of bananas exported from Guatemala contain chlorpyrifos residues. This substance disrupts the nervous system, interfering with signal transmission between cells. For adults, it can cause persistent headaches, memory impairment, and chronic fatigue. The risks for children are even greater. Chlorpyrifos can hinder cognitive development, lead to learning difficulties, and cause long-term neurological issues. Pregnant women are also at significant risk, as the toxin can cross the placenta and harm the developing fetus. In 2022, a 5-year-old boy was admitted to a hospital in San Francisco with complaints of apathy, sudden irritability, and difficulty focusing. His parents were alarmed that he had stopped progressing in school and was forgetting recently learned words. Extensive testing revealed elevated levels of chlorpyrifos in his system. It was later discovered that the family frequently purchased bananas imported from Guatemala, unaware of the potential risks. Treatment required several months of detoxification and restorative therapy, but the parents report that some effects remain noticeable even today. You can avoid such situations by carefully selecting your produce. When purchasing bananas, look for those labeled organic or certified by international environmental organizations such as Global GAP or Fair Trade. These certifications ensure that bananas are grown without the use of chlorpyrifos or other harmful chemicals. And here's the most important point on our list. First place. Never buy bananas from Ecuador. Ecuador, a country that has long held the top position in banana exports, supplies millions of tons of this beloved fruit to global markets each year. However, behind the staggering production volumes lies a concerning reality. The high yields often come at the expense of consumer health. Ecuadorian plantations are saturated with chemical compounds, with fungicides containing high levels of azoles posing a particularly serious threat. These substances are widely used to combat fungal diseases in plants, but their residues inevitably remain in the fruit's flesh. Research conducted by the American National Institute of Agricultural Technologies revealed that up to 30% of bananas from Ecuador contain traces of azoles, such as propiconazole and tibuconazole. These chemicals are systemic, meaning they penetrate plant tissues and, subsequently, the human body. Regular consumption of such bananas increases the risk of hormonal imbalances, infertility, and even cancer. The problem is exacerbated by the cumulative nature of azoles. They build up in the body over time, gradually undermining its defenses. One alarming case occurred in a New York clinic in 2023. A 30-year-old woman sought medical attention for severe fatigue, abrupt hormonal disruptions, and irregular menstrual cycles. Extensive testing revealed elevated levels of azoles in her blood, and the culprit was her daily breakfast of bananas imported from Ecuador. Believing she was eating healthy food, she had no idea that her body was being poisoned by toxic substances. Treatment involved detoxification and prolonged hormone therapy, but it took over a year to restore her hormonal balance. To avoid such tragedies, it is crucial to be meticulous in selecting your produce. If the label indicates that bananas are from Ecuador, look for safety certifications like Global GAP or Fair Trade. These certifications ensure the fruit was grown under high standards of environmental and chemical safety. Your health is worth the extra effort to verify what you consume. Next, we will briefly examine the dangers of buying bananas from countries that didn't make it into the top 10 most dangerous list, and then we'll move on to a list of countries that export the safest bananas. 1. Never buy bananas from the Philippines. In the Philippines, the banana industry heavily relies on chemical treatments to combat common fungal diseases like black sigatoka. Research conducted by the University of the Philippines revealed that up to 20% of bananas contain traces of fungicides such as propiconazole and mancozeb. These substances are known to cause hormonal disruptions and increase the risk of cancer. Additionally, the water used for irrigation on plantations is often contaminated with heavy metals like mercury, which significantly raises the risk of kidney and liver damage. 2. Never buy bananas from the USA. While the USA is not a major banana producer, farms in the southern states sometimes use ethylene to accelerate ripening. Excessive exposure to ethylene can lead to residual substances that irritate the respiratory system, cause headaches, and trigger allergic reactions. Additionally, chemicals like thiabendazole are sometimes used to extend shelf life, which may disrupt nervous system functions. 3. Never buy bananas from Mexico. Mexican bananas are often treated with insecticides such as malathion to combat pests. Studies have shown that up to 18% of bananas contain residue from these chemicals. Malathion is recognized as toxic to the nervous system and is associated with an increased risk of Parkinson's disease. Furthermore, in some regions, contaminated water is used for irrigation, increasing the likelihood of bacterial contamination. Number 4. Never buy bananas from Nicaragua. The banana industry in Nicaragua is notorious for using chemicals like dibromochloropropanone, DBCP, to control pests. This substance, banned in most countries, is linked to infertility, liver damage, and kidney damage. Up to 25% of bananas contain traces of these chemicals. Additionally, some regions use wastewater for irrigation, increasing the risk of bacterial contamination that can cause intestinal infections. 5. Never buy bananas from Myanmar. In Myanmar, farmers frequently use local insecticides that do not meet international standards. Around 10% of bananas grown in this country contain residues of substances such as diazinon, which can damage the nervous system, cause headaches, and impair memory. Moreover, the lack of systematic water quality control increases the risk of parasitic infections, including E. coli and Giardia. These additional points emphasize that even countries not listed among the top 10 dangerous banana exporters may pose health risks. Always pay attention to the country of origin and quality certifications, as we've discussed before making a purchase. And finally, we will talk about the countries where the healthiest and safest bananas are grown and provide tips on what to look for when buying them. To avoid any contradictions, let's start with a key point. Every banana-producing country has its own unique characteristics. Within a single country, there may be large-scale producers who neglect environmental standards and small farms that strictly adhere to organic production rules. Issues are often tied to specific regions where control over pesticide use, water, and soil management is weaker. However, these same countries also have certified producers whose products meet the highest standards. The main takeaway: do not buy bananas from high-risk countries unless you are sure they are certified. For instance, large-scale exports from some countries are associated with the use of toxic chemicals. However, organic farms within these same countries offer health-safe products verified by international certifications. Pay attention to labeling. Bananas with certifications like USDA Organic, Fair Trade, Global GAP, or Rainforest Alliance certified ensure minimal chemical exposure and compliance with environmental standards. Avoid mass imports from problematic regions. If plantations are known for violating standards, opt for products from small certified farmers whenever possible. Recommended banana exporting countries. Dominican Republic, choose products labeled Fair Trade or EU Organic. Costa Rica, look for the Rainforest Alliance certified label. Ecuador, prioritize bananas with Global GAP or Fair Trade certifications. Colombia, look for the USDA Organic label. Peru, buy bananas with EU Organic or Rainforest Alliance certified certifications. If you'd like to clarify any of the information or get personalized recommendations, feel free to leave a comment. Next, I recommend checking out these videos, and don't forget to leave your likes and comments. I'm looking forward to them.